the Baltimore Ravens. Time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The Michigan man, David Ojabo, into dropper on the very first play of these playoffs.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
He'll drop to throw. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He's going to pick up the first down and more. He's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up third and inches.
Need much. It is third and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on third and inches.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
19, 19, 60 Bison. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
60 Eagles.
And in motion is Ingram. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
He'll try again here, second and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to...
And he's into the end zone. Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Denver.
Just an ideal start, Mike. You're on the road. You're in the playoffs. Anytime you can go down there and end with a score, it just takes the crowd down a notch. They've been tailgating. They've wanted to start this game hot. Maybe let doubt start to creep in that, I know we're playing a game at home, but man, these guys came to play.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Second and 10.
No, we change it.
Now, Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get 21 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. It's the Broncos with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. Whoa. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Broncos. 32 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That screen goes to 12. And that's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Run over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big-time play for the Broncos. 31 yards.
And the 3-yard line.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Broncos. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 38 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jaden Hicks on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard
From the
line.
34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson on the move. Escaping the danger, throwing and completed. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Hey, Alpha, cut.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Ravens are going to be set up 1st and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
That ties the game at 14.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito, getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A nice throw from the second-round pick. It'll get him a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
19 Tiger.
He'll drop to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
60 Bison.
Back to the air once more on second down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Ready up.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Second down. Jackson. Moving outside the pocket. He runs with it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
On first and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Hey, middle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Up the middle they go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. He'll try to throw here with Jackson. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Broncos 14.
little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. On the return, here's Mims. Oh, yeah. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It leads to second and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Scrimmage, nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Forced to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Third down and 9. Now it's Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 35, here's second and 7. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And in motion is Ingram. From the 50, he'll set up, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Down the field, got him, and he's got it. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. But when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Short one there, caught by Tremble. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. A handoff as they try to run it here. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They're looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Moving to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Cut down Denver. Sly now for the point out. Got it. And the Broncos will even the score. It's now 21-all.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. He takes off. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And These are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Jackson now. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
At the 3-yard
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go, shot.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Big play coming up here. Tie game, 3rd and a couple. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays. You hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
No movement from the kicking team to break this tie. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Now Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Extra point attempt, still to come. The kick is good. And the Ravens go up by 7, 28-21.
Broncos 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Anytime a ball is deflected up in the air, Mike, it seems like it's in the air forever. You're hoping it either lands on the ground harmlessly, or in this case, into the hands of your offensive player, and you're able to avoid disaster.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A big one here in the fourth quarter. And even 30 yards. And in motion is Ingram. They'll look to throw yet again. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Out of coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
4th and
offense is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. It is 2nd and 9.
Report!
Handoff here, up the middle, and that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. And he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
To return, it's Mims. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run, and the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. They'll drop the throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to have the Broncos' 1st down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll stick to the ground. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. Now on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
He connects with Mims. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And in motion is Ingram. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one. Here is 2nd and 7. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's 1st down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got answers, his tight end. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 45 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
This kick is good! And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Back to the air once more on second down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Ravens.